In today's video, I'm going to walk you through how to find investors for a raise of $20 million or more, step by step. I don't want to waste your time with any fluff, so I'm literally just going to show you the exact strategy we've used to help over 117 companies and funds find the right investors for their raises, and together they've secured more than $37 billion in funding. And to make this practical, I'm literally going to show you a real-life example from one of the raises that we're working on right now, actually in-house. It's a $20 million raise for a water filtration company building a manufacturing plant in Texas. Spawned from the oil and gas industry, has this really interesting TAM. First of all, we have to recognize that the old way is dead. Random email blasts, outdated databases, digging through Google, conference magically says yes. Well, that used to work 10 years ago, but it doesn't work today for real raises, especially not for an institutional raise of $20 million or more. The old way gives you names, noise, and no alignment. Meanwhile, investors only respond where there's tight alignment. Your sector, your stage, your geography, your check size. And here's the good news. There's a far, far better way now. And I have a horrible name for it, but it's called the Tiered Investor Sniper System. And it works because it identifies investors who are already investing in your exact niche. And the tool that makes this possible, and honestly replaces almost everything else, is a tool called CapEx. It's purpose-built to locate active investors based on extremely tight filters. And today I'll show you how we use it here at the firm for our wastewater filtration raise. You'll see step by step. So let's dig into it. Now here's the 5-phase sniper system. Phase 1, target like a sniper. So obviously we're going to start with targeting, because if you get this wrong, absolutely nothing else matters. So let's dive over to CapEx right now on screen. Here's CapEx. Please describe the company you're looking for. Give an example, right? B2B SaaS companies in healthcare with 10 million plus ARR, Series A or later, headquartered in San Francisco, blah, 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 and have raised funding from top tier VCs. I'm looking for investment firms or operating companies. In this case, we're looking for investment firms, right? We're looking to find an ag water tech company that has this range. Now I copied it, so I'm just going to paste exactly what I'm looking for here. Your search results are going to only be as good as the prompt that you put into it. Very important you understand that. And here we go. Family offices, venture growth funds focused on ag tech, industrial water, or climate, with check size between 2 to 20 million. Stages seed through Series B, North America, with priority in Texas, California, and New York. Thesis keyword must include wastewater, produced water, water reuse, recycling, PFAS, ZLD. You want to get to know your client's business if you're raising for them or for your business, right? You want to make sure you touch on these things that investors probably have invested in the past. Once you're happy with your prompt, we're just going to go ahead and click on that little black arrow there, and it's going to say understanding your search requirements. And in a moment, it's going to just blast out your list. Now, here's what I really want you to think about. The old way, you had to pay $60,000 for PitchBook. You'd buy crappy lists. And so you got this junk list that you're basically, not only you're wasting time, but if you're doing any type of cold email outreach, you're burning domains, you're burning accounts. It's just a huge headache and a nightmare. And look what came back. Let's take a look at our criteria here. It says, I've broken down your description in 10 criteria. They want me to review. Great. Texas, California, New York City location. Drag to reorder by importance. Okay, so yes, I want family office, venture capital, or growth equity fund, has experience in ag tech. Very important. Typical check size. Yep. Invest in seed, Series A, Series B. Yep. Looks good. Run the search and let's see what it yields. Let's see what it comes back at. And here's what it's found. It said, I found initial matches. Please review these profiles and share your feedback. Great. Let's take a look. Ignition Partners, venture capital firm based in Seattle, in the Silicon Valley, invested in growth, early stage enterprise. Data Collective is a California-based venture firm focused on early stage seed investments in the big data IT. So this is not exactly what we want, right? Let's go back. Let's move number 2 up to number 1. It's going to give priority to ag tech in particular to see exactly what comes up. So, okay, here we are. Here's our list. It's come up with 328 companies just from this one search. You can broaden the search. You could narrow the search. This is really an interesting tool. But let's look at number 1. It says a company called Membrion, headquartered in Seattle. Do they invest in ag tech? Yes, it's a match. Typical check size. It's a match for that. Seed round. investment thesis. It's a match. And here's what I really want you to pay attention to with this particular tool. Now it says Membrion secured a $20 million. $20 million. That's exactly what we're looking for our client. $20 million Series B1 funding round in October 2024, just recently. Lead investors included Pangea Ventures. Well, isn't that interesting? Because Pangea Ventures is someone whom we just spoke to that's in discussions with us about being a lead investor for our tech. So it's spot on. Pure Terra Ventures, Ecolab, and W.L. Gore and Associates, with participation from the Lewis family office and existing backers. Are you paying attention? Because what this tool just told us, if you were to go and what I did and what you could do when you filter this list, is you would just simply go to Membrion, go to their website here, find out what they do. Well, it turns out they do almost exactly the same thing as my water filtration company, except their electrolysis, we are analog, completely different, and they can have similar processes, but they are going to be interested in our tech versus their tech because there's no overlap, which is really interesting. So what does that tell us? That tells us that while I would not reach out to Membrion because they are the ones that got actually funded here, I would reach out, and I did reach out to Pangea Ventures. We have a meeting tomorrow, as a matter of fact, with them, hence why I'm doing this video. But I'm also going to reach out to, you guess it, Pure Terra Ventures, Ecolab Inc., W.L. Gore and Associates, and the Lewis family office. If you're smart about things, you would go out to these same people if this was your raise, and you would say, hey, listen, I'm looking for a lead investor in our $20 million raise. Here's what we're looking to do. I know you guys invested previously in similar tech, but this has the same type of TAM except bigger because we go after blah, 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 whatever it might be for you. But we already know they've invested in something similar. We already know they have a thesis for this. I could find my $20 million raise just in the very first search result here. So don't discount the power of a little tool like this. You could go into this little section here and get contacts, and wouldn't you know, here it shows you everyone you want to talk to. There's a gal named Sarah Applebaum. She's a board member. Greg is the president and CEO. You select whom you want to speak to. Office manager probably wouldn't be in charge of a raise. You want Greg. He's the president and CEO. We scroll over. He's out of Seattle, Washington. And right there, Greg at Membrion.com. You get his email. You get his LinkedIn profile. So we're going to get into how this is going to play into the outreach here in just a second, but huge tool. This is the new way. I hope you're understanding how this works. And once we've narrowed down the investors who are actually aligned with this water filtration raise, of course, we're going to export everything from CapEx. Every export includes verified emails, partners, associates, decision makers, LinkedIn, website, email, their investment thesis, no third-party verifiers, no cross-checking, and this is what becomes our tier 1 pipeline. The top 100 to 300 investors that are most likely to fund up to $20 million deal. And when you get this list, you want to sort it by firm type, check size, recent water-related deals, and now once you have this clean, verified list of investors who actually invest in wastewater, PFAS, remediation, membrane filtration, and industrial reuse tech, this software does it in minutes. This is not a sales pitch. It just happens to be what I use. So now that we have the right investors, we run the outbound engine. So you load that list that we just did into Instantly or Smartly, which is an email outreach service provider, and you send a 4-email cadence designed specifically for industrial tech and climate investors. So email 1, fit and relevance. You'd say something like, hey, saw your investments in PFAS remediation and advanced filtration. We're building a Texas-based membrane filtration plant raising $20 million, blah, blah, blah. And then email 2, insight drop, add a stat about industrial reuse, water scarcity economics, PFAS regulation, or Texas manufacturing incentives. And email 3, I'd probably show proof of early pilot results or customer use case. Climate investors care really deeply about traction and impact, so it's important you put that in there. And email 4 is a soft close. Listen, would a 10-minute call next Tuesday or Wednesday work best for you? So with a sniper targeted list like this, here's what we typically see. We typically get a 35 to 45% open rate. Of those, about 20 to 40% meaningful replies. And of those, anywhere between 15 to 30 investor calls. Now that's enough to raise that $20 million right then and there. So phase 4 is triage and follow-up. So important. So once the replies start coming in, triaging is everything. Tier 1, active interest, they want a call. So what are you going to do? Set that damn call immediately. Don't procrastinate. That is your goal. Keys to the kingdom. Tier 2 is interested but timing based. These are your long cycle climate investors. Nurture them monthly, but don't forget about them. Tier 3 is tracking, right? So add them to quarterly updates so they see manufacturing progress and pilot data at the very least. Finally, we amplify visibility with retargeting. This is where things get really interesting. So we upload this list of investors and all email openers into LinkedIn and Meta audiences. Then we run 2 ad sets. A short why this raise exists video, a traction carousel showing filtration efficiency, PFAS removal metrics, or pilot customers. Climate investors especially, they want visibility into impact and scalability because retargeting makes sure they see both. We use this exact sniper system to help close a $34 million raise last year in under 4 months. How did we do it? Did it across 3 family offices, 2 corporate VCs, all sourced through this exact same process I just got done showing you. Precision always beats volume in every case scenario. Don't ever just spray and pray. You're getting laser focused. All right, now obviously I just showed you how to find your investors using a real example from our current $20 million water filtration raise. Ta-da! But if you want the complete A to Z playbook on actually raising the capital, the pitch structure, the legal setup, investor psychology and closing frameworks, all of that, I want you to click here. That next video gives you absolutely everything you need to raise 20, 50, 200, $500 million. So click through and I will see you over there.